So the long walk to trouble for Inibehe Effiong, Barrister Inibehe Effiong, began when he elected to defend another colleague of his, Uyo Correctional, who was charged to court by Governor Udom Emmanuel of Akwa Ibom State for libel. Effiong got sent to prison by the state chief judge, Ekaite Obot, for allegedly being contemptuous of her court. Now, human rights attorney Femi Falana, SAN, has vowed to sue prison officials for reportedly torturing the lawyer who is serving a 1-month prison sentence. Recall that Barrister Effiong had asked the chief judge to recuse herself from the case. That's the case she was handling. He signed a signed warrant, beg your pardon, by the judge directed that Effiong be held at the Uyo Correctional Center throughout the 1 month. But his forceful and secret transfer to the Uyo Correctional Center is a contravention. Now, are we going to see the end of this drama? Ayinka, are we likely to see the end of this drama?
Well, for as long as we allow people to use their offices to ride roughshod over the rights of other citizens, this kind of drama will continue. Imagine that Effiong was not a lawyer. If he were to be just an ordinary citizen, what would have happened? This is a man who knows the law. And the law is being used on him. What exactly was his offense? Okay, you have sentenced him to 1 month in prison, and the chief judge said he should serve this
1 month
in a particular prison.
Yeah.
What was responsible for his transfer? And even if you are going to transfer him, must you dehumanize him? I mean, people just use power at any way and at will, forgetting that power is transient. The shoe that is on this leg today will be on another leg tomorrow.
Yeah.
The chief judge, the governor, or whoever is responsible for all this to also understand that they are trampling on the rights of this man. And I like the way Femi Falana is taking it, that he is going to fight for the right of this man. Because you cannot be a judge, an accuser, and a judge in your own case. That was the reason.
And reprobate
exactly. That was the reason why Effiong was asking the chief judge to recuse herself from the case. She went ahead to preside over the case and sentence the guy. And now he has been sentenced to serve in Ikotekpene. You are now taking him to Uyo. And taking him to Uyo was even
stealthily done.
Yes, and we understand that he was put in handcuff. Was he that he's such a dangerous man? I mean, so what exactly is going on? Must we use power any way we want? Must power be allowed to be used and abused at will just because you are a governor or you are a chief judge? I mean, it begs belief. It beggars belief.
Yeah. Tony, none of us here is a lawyer, but then I hear that when a judgment is delivered like that, you need to get the statement, the full statement, before you can make an appeal. He was denied that. So does it matter?
Because there's no trial. I mean, that was an abuse. That's impunity we're talking about. He was derobed, just like that, and taken to prison directly from the court. Because he told the judge to recuse herself from the case.
And look at the man, heavily bearded. And
I even heard that his beard has been shaven. No, they throw back to the military era.
The beard was shaven, and the hair. And was handcuffed. Just simple power play. And the last time I checked, this is my military regime.
No.
It's a shame. And I expect NBA, apart from going to you or issuing press release, to stand firm on this. To stand firm on this. The chief judge of Akwa Ibom State, is a member of the Nigerian Bar Association, or is he not? I mean, why is he carrying on as if he doesn't
judge,
belong to
a
anyone?
judge is a lawyer.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
Of course.
He's just
And foremost.
fortunate to be the chief judge of the state.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, the governor is no longer, he will return. So I expect NBA to stand firm on this.
So,
This is strict
are you
abuse of
suggesting he's the master's voice?
Definitely, we know now. Who controls the judiciary? Let's be realistic. I don't know how to say the other way. I don't know how to say the other way. The governor is in charge of this.
Of course.
This has been happening for two weeks now, running. And they're even taking it further. Handcuffing him, shaving his beard, and then barbing his head just against his wish.
For those of us,
we can't run this country this way.
For those of us who are old enough to remember that event in 1973, you begin to ask yourself.
In Rivers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this really a democracy?
The Amakri guy.
Yes. Is this really a democracy?
It's not.
Why should, even assuming is even a bandit, do they have the right to shave his beard and shave his head? No.
Against his
They
wish.
don't. Against his wish. Is it his beard that committed crime, or is it his beard that is their problem? I mean, in a democratic setting, it is a shock that something like this is going on.
All right, we're joined by Tony from London. Tony, good evening to you.
Yes, good evening, Citizen Jones.
I greet you, sir.
Yeah, I've been waiting. Yeah, I've been waiting for this case to come up on your show because I watch since journalist hang out most of the time if I'm opportune. But I just don't understand the power the Chief Justice has over another lawyer to imprison a lawyer, because that is just intimidation. And intimidation shouldn't be allowed by NBA, shouldn't even be allowed by any law in Nigeria. If the Chief Justice has any quarrel or this thing, it is something they could sort out privately. Imagine other lawyers now be coward into not challenging, not fulfilling their professional obligation towards the defense.
Yeah. Okay.
If you don't have a competent defense
Thank you,
against
Tony.
an accused,
Thank you very kindly. Thank you.
what will happen?
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Tony. Gentlemen, but the Uyo Correctional Center has denied torturing a man.
Oh, will they agree? Will any one of them agree that they tortured him?
Or that he was not
Shaven.
shaven?
Oh, well, that one they can deny that they didn't torture him, except anyone has a video recording of it. But that of shaving, they can't deny that one.
You can't, yeah.
Because the guy will come out or should be displayed and let us see whether they will wear him a false beard now or whatever.
Yeah, Tony, they say it is not stealing the village drum that's the trouble.
He's where to drum it.
Where to drum it is the wahala. So the issues are still there. Raises more questions than answers.
Yeah, I think Nigeria at this level should rise above this. As I said before, this is not a military regime. We may be laughing about it. I mean, Nigeria is just going on, moving on as if nothing happening. It's happening. It's Inibehe today. It could be another person tomorrow. Yeah. And because he was a human rights activist and a lawyer, that's why this thing even came out in the public. What about those who are facing this daily, unpublished? Unreported.
You get the impression that Yinka, that some judges can't stand some lawyers who know their onions.
Well, it is not,
or something like that.
It is not the business of a judge whether he can stand a lawyer or not, as long as the lawyer behaves according to the law in your courtroom. So, if you have any problem with him or her, that can be settled after the courtroom.
Yeah, but having asked her in an open court to recuse herself from the case.
No, but is that will he have visited her in the middle of the night to ask her? No, it is a case in public domain, so it must be done in public domain. And I hope the NBA will not take this line low, because it is Effiong today. It will be somebody else tomorrow.
And perhaps,
And I don't understand why the judge, the court is still refusing to give him the certified true copy. So he can at least appeal the judgment.
Yeah.
What I'm saying here is that they want him to stay for that
Yeah,
1 full month. He must
for
go
that
through it.
1 full month.
And it's
For
wrong.
what?
That's against his fundamental human right.
All right, I hope this makes sense. Inibehe Effiong is a son of the soil.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I hope we factor all that into what we are saying now. That's by the way. Okay, to our next story. You know,